back for season 2. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm so ready. This is why I'm here.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Start the show.
I should make that a little theme song, y'all. Listen, let's get into season 2. If you've missed me, we're going to talk about some things today. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the I Can and I Will podcast. Let me light my candle. Listen, it is season 2, episode 1. I am your host, Sakira. And we're about to talk about some things, you guys. First of all, where have I been? I've been around. You guys, I've been working on things behind the scenes. I've been getting this podcast ready for you guys. I've been doing some other things. I've been learning, growing, expanding. I've been diving into new coaching things. You guys, all the things. Well, let me give y'all the little life update because you guys are family. And of course, I got to serve the tea. Of course, it's going to be piping hot. Let me tell you guys about what's been going on. So first of all, your girl's life looks completely different. I got a new job. I don't know if I want to say I manifested it. I mean, I guess you could say I manifested it because at one point in time I did want it. Now I don't want to work for anybody. So that's my new manifestation that's loading. It's unlocking, right? But right now I got a new job. It pays good. It's nice. They love me. They're obsessed, right? Then your girl got a brand new apartment. Your girl's finally living in her own crib. Are you kidding me? Right? And then your girl's a love life. Not too much, but let me give y'all a little tea. Your girl is single as a Pringle. Well, I'm filming this in June right now, so in June I'm single. When y'all watching this in September, it might be a different story, you guys. I don't know. But right now, your girl is single as a Pringle, and I'm loving it. It's so amazing, you guys, to see like this life transformation. Like, oh, you don't know. The struggle was so real for so long, right? Some of you guys do know. Some of you guys are in that struggle right now, right? But that's not the only thing that has changed, you guys. What also has changed for me is my mindset. Now, I am a spiritual mindset coach, so it's only fitting that my mindset shifts and it upgrades and it expands, right? But let me tell you guys the biggest change that has happened in my mindset. And I don't want y'all coming for me in the comments. Your girl, this one, is officially a law of assumption girly. Now, y'all know. I used to be heavy on the law of attraction, your vibration. Let me preface this with this, you guys, right? All of the universal laws are always actively happening. You can't turn one off to tap into another, right? But you can focus on one and use that to your benefit. So where I used to focus on the law of attraction so much, it was my go-to gem. Life just got so much easier with the law of assumption. And I do think I needed to start off with the law of attraction to build my momentum of like, oh, I can understand like this can happen. You don't need an explanation. You don't need logic. Things are, you just attract what you become. But it's so much easier to attract what you assume. I'm going to talk to you guys about all of the things. If you read the title today, now that I'm done with the little life updates, right? Not too much. We got more episodes coming. This is only episode 1. Y'all better hold y'all horses. It's only episode 1. Now that we've unlocked a little bit about what Sakira has going on, let me talk to you guys about today's topic. Now, if you clicked on this video, you see what the title is, and I'm going to say it again. Divine timing is not real. It doesn't exist. It is a myth. This is my new belief, right? Now, I know some of y'all are throwing your hats to the side, talking about, well, Sakira, what about the time it took me 3 years to get this and I manifested that? Sakira, it took you how many months? 4 months to move into your brand new apartment. You got the email in December. You ain't moving till March, girl. What you talking about divine timing ain't real? Let me tell you something. Divine timing is not real. I'm still going to stand on that. 10 toes. I'm still going to stand on that. But what is real is how much resistance you have to your manifestation, to your belief about your manifestation, to your assumption of already having the manifestation. That is what takes time, not divine timing. There's not a God figure in the universe sitting high and mighty in the sky talking about, well, I'm gonna make you wait 2 years. 2 days. 3 months. 30 minutes. It's not like, y'all hear the horns outside? Listen, let me tell y'all something. If you've been watching me from season 1, if you've been watching me when I used to do tarot, you know that when I live in New York City, so you're always going to hear things, right? But when you hear sirens, horns, car noises, all those things, those are my guides confirming for me and therefore confirming for you that what I'm saying is definitely on the money, or we're hitting a very important topic. So follow me. If you're with me so far, follow me, right? Divine timing, you guys. It is a myth. God is not sitting high, looking low, talking about you're going to wait 3 years and your brother's going to get it in 3 months, right? Like it's not giving that, you guys. You are always deciding how long something will take. Some of you guys assume things take time, and therefore it has to, because your assumptions have to come true. I want to talk to you guys about a couple examples, right? I'm going to talk to you about my friend, and then I'm going to talk to you about me. And then we're going to talk about the other topic for today's video, which is states. But follow me on the road here. We're on the path, one step at a time, right? So I have a best friend. And my best friend is currently about to move into her first apartment. Clap it up for her, right? So my best friend loved this girl. She's a bit of a pessimist. Like, she is not into any of the manifestation things. Like, she is curious about it, but she hasn't like actively practiced it or anything like that. She's very much like a realist, right? Which most of us like to identify as, or I used to at least, a realist. Logical, right? That doesn't make any sense. How is that possible, right? So the other day she was texting me and we were talking about her apartment. Now, I knew that her apartment was supposed to be ready like the first week of July. This was like the second week of June. We're talking about the apartment. I'm like, you know what? It's already done. You already got it. Start celebrating. Get excited. It's already happening. She's like, I don't know. I just don't feel it yet. Like it hasn't happened, so it doesn't feel real to me. I'm like, you got to make it real in your mind. You got to make it real, right? 10 minutes later, after this conversation, this girl texts me a screenshot showing that the person was like, your apartment's going to be ready this Friday. I start damn near crying because I'm like, I just said to this girl, it's already done. She's showing me confirmation in real time that it's already done. The person is telling her, confirming, Friday is your day, girl. This girl started texting me talking about something. I don't know. It don't feel real. I don't know what to do. I don't know about this. I'm like, girl, you better start jumping up and down and screaming at the top of your lungs like you're a big ass kid. You better start celebrating. You better start saying thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. Everything's working out for me. Isn't it wonderful? Girl, you better get into it. This girl ain't get into it, y'all. Do y'all know that this girl ended up texting me later that day saying, plot twist, to be expected, right? It's not going to be ready Friday because they forgot that they have to fix something with the flooring. So that's going to take some extra time. And I said to myself, this girl could have had her apartment Friday, including the flooring, if she had just got into the state of saying, it's already done, it's already mine, it's already here, right? Divine timing wasn't at play here. It wasn't, oh, God said it wasn't meant for her to get it before the first week of July. No. Her negative beliefs and assumptions is what caused resistance, which led to the delay in her receiving the manifestation. She's assuming she can only get it by July 1st. She's not assuming it can happen instantly. Therefore, her timing, not divine timing, her timing is making things line up to where she can't get it before she's assuming she can, right? If that makes sense. Like, she can't get it earlier than her assumptions tell her she can. But let me tell you, moving on to a better example. This one's about me, you guys. Listen, I was on the phone with my cousin. I'm in Target, right? Don't talk to me about whether Target is canceled or not. I had to go in there. It was a quick work run. I had to get something. I was in, I was out. I went to go to a section where I had to get a couple things. Now, my whole thing is like when I'm in and out of Target, I don't pick up a cart, I don't pick up a basket. But I didn't really think too deep into it, you guys. Like, oh, Sakara, you're going to have a lot of stuff to carry. Maybe you should get a basket, right? I'm on the phone with my cousin. She's laughing at me, dropping all this stuff. She hears it literally. It's falling out my hands. I'm like, yo, I really wish I could manifest a basket. And as I turn to my right, there's a motherfucking basket sitting right there. Where's the divine timing in that? There was none, because all I did was assume that baskets were easy to find. They were easy to come across. I didn't have any resistance to getting a basket. I could easily go walk and get a basket, Turn to my right, the motherfucking basket right there. Are you kidding me? I'm an instant manifester. Now, some of y'all might be laughing, right? Because I was laughing. It was kind of comical to me, right? It's a basket. It's not a car. It's not money. It's not the big things we want. It's not a brand new house. It's not a trip to the Maldives, right? Listen, baby steps, you guys, baby steps. That right there, let me tell you what that did. That was living realistic proof and confirmation for my subconscious mind to say, wait, it really does happen instantly. It doesn't get more instant than that. I'm a master manifester. I manifest instantaneously. That was the proof that I needed. I turned to my right, you guys. And let me tell you how real it was. There was nobody standing by the basket. There was nothing in the basket. There was a gentleman to my left. He walked in the aisle right before I did, went right to where he had to go. He wasn't caring about that basket. That wasn't his basket. He ain't coming that aisle with that basket. That basket wasn't even there when I walked in. I kid you not, because I would have saw it. I turned, as I'm saying, literally, you guys, I'm saying to my cousin, I really wish I could manifest a basket, and just like that, a basket, and the basket appeared almost out of nowhere. Isn't it wonderful? Look at this, you guys. Divine timing is a myth, right? Now, let's move on to the second point, because I think you guys understand what I mean about the timing. The timing is all you. We're now going to focus on states. What is a state? A state is a state of being, a state of existence, a state that you embody, or a state of embodiment, right? I've been listening to my newest favorite mindset coach YouTuber, Sammy Ingram. Shout out to you, my girl. She tops here. And she gets right to the point, and she's a little disrespectful with it, which I appreciate. But like, we're not going to talk about Sammy too much. If y'all want to see her, go watch her. But she gave like the perfect analogy, and she was like, a state is the location, it's the destination. You have different methods, which are the vehicles. Those are the cars that you drive to get to the destination. So let me give an example. Affirmations, which is my newest favorite method, right? I always used to talk to you guys about affirmations, but I talk to you guys about a lot of different things. Now I am like almost solely an affirmation queen. Affirmations and visuals, those are my thing, right? Those are two different cars. Think of it this way. Your affirmation is your Tesla. Your visualization is your BMW. Your EFT tapping is your Mercedes, right? Your breath work is your G-Wagon, right? You got all these vehicles. You got a Lamborghini, right? You got a Ferrari. You got all these vehicles, right? This could be somatic exercises. This could be robotic affirming. This could be focused affirming. You got all these different methods, these vehicles, right? That all do the same thing. What do, you guys? They drive. They're going to get you where you need to go. You put the gas in by doing it, by giving it action, giving it momentum. I just did the other day, or let me say I attempted to do a 50K challenge, a 50K affirmation challenge with my cousin. She did better than me. She got up to like 16,000, almost 18,000, something like that. I stopped at 10,000, you guys, because it just wasn't fun anymore. I just was like a robot, tapping the counter on my screen, saying the same affirmations or similar affirmations. That's not my vibe, right? We're going to talk about finding your vibe at the end of this video. But I'm mentioning this to say, this was something that was my vehicle. Affirmations. I started dabbling with it. I started trying it. How do you think the basket appeared to my right? Because before that, I was affirming that manifestation is instant. I manifest instantly. It doesn't take time. Everything's happening right now. Everything's happening all at once. Everything's happening the way that I need it to in this now moment. I already have it. It's already done. I'm a siren to my desires. They come to me right now. They're magnetized to me right now. It's already mine. It's already done. I already have it. Repeating things like that, you guys, your assumptions begin to line up with it. But your assumptions really start to lock in once you experience this. This is something that Sammy also talks about, you guys. And I started like putting a lot of what she was saying into practice. Started seeing crazy results real quick, right? So let me say this. What state do you want to be in? What state are you currently in? How do you want to change the momentum? What vehicle do you want to drive today? This should be a fun process. The reason why I mentioned I didn't finish the 50K affirmation challenge because it didn't feel fun is because manifesting shouldn't feel like work. It's not supposed to feel like heavy duty lifting. It's supposed to feel playful and energetic. You have what you want. Isn't it wonderful? It's amazing. Like, why would you be feeling like you're stressing and straining and struggling trying to get what you want? That feels like resistance to me, right? Which is why having all of these different methods, AKA these different vehicles, today maybe you want to visualize, maybe that feels fun. Maybe tomorrow you want to affirm. Maybe the next day after that, you just want to visualize and do some breath work. Maybe the day after that, you want to do some robotic affirmations as you're driving, right? But you get to choose whatever method you want to do. And I suggest you choose the one that resonates with you in the moment, because the thing is this, you guys, the method is not what's important. What's important is the state that you're embodying and the repetition of whatever it is that you are assuming, right? Phrasing your affirmations, positioning your visualizations as if you already have what it is that you're looking for. So the other day, you guys, right? I had the most magical day. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got up, I missed my doctor's appointment. That's not why it was magical. I mean, that's part of it, because I low-key didn't want to go. I was like, oh, I hate going to the doctor, right? So I ended up having to reschedule it for like another week or so, which is fine. But I had the entire day to just do what I wanted. So I took a little inspired action. I followed a little inspired action. I was like, you know what? Let me go get a coffee at my favorite coffee shop, right? Now, here's a little thing, you guys, and I'm not going to dive too deep into this, but in a later episode, we'll talk more about it. But right now, let me tell you how this plays into the story. So I asked the universe about 2 weeks ago to give me confirmation whenever I'm on the right track with something, whenever I'm really like embodying the state of what it is that I'm looking for, right? So I said, you know what, universe, what should I ask for? Like, what should I ask you to show me or reveal to me every time that you want me to know I'm on the right path? And immediately it came to me, yellow flowers, right? So I was like, okay, that's so random, like yellow flowers. I guess I'll see yellow flowers whenever the universe wants me to know, like, keep going, you're doing it right. Everything's working out for you. It's already yours, right? You guys, I should insert clips because I was sending it to my cousin. I was like, you see the yellow flowers? I just kept seeing yellow flowers all the time, right? But going back to this magical day that I had, why I mentioned the yellow flowers was because on my drive to the coffee shop, I'm seeing yellow flowers. I get to the coffee shop. On the gate of the shop, yellow flowers, like the fake ones, but like the decorative ones, yellow flowers, right? I get in the shop. I start talking with the person at the counter, you know, because it's a family-owned business. You got the mom, the daughter, the son. Like, it's really, really cute. So I get my favorite coffee, a strawberry blondie latte, because that shit was fire. You hear me, right? So the girl ends up, the daughter, she ends up saying to me, what is that smell? What's that perfume you have on? It smells so good. I was like, oh, thanks. I made it, right? Which I did. Also manifested that too. You guys, the manifestations have been coming through. Let me tell you something. Why this conversation is important was because I was embodying the state of everything works out for me. Everybody is right on track with what I want. I wanted people to be obsessed with the perfume that I created. That day, she would not stop talking about the perfume. Mind you, you guys, there's like a thick ass counter between me and this woman. Usually I feel like I spray the perfume and it doesn't really last. I don't know. Maybe to me it doesn't. But she was like, it smells so good. She's like, I'm not wearing perfume. It has to be you. You're the only person standing here. She was like, what is that? Then I started telling her how me and my cousin went on this little cousin date to go make our perfumes. And now her and her mom are going to do like a mother-daughter date to make the perfumes. But it was just such a beautiful and pleasant interaction. And then she goes, do you have like our loyalty card? And I was like, no, what's that? And she was like, take this little card, you get stamps, and you know, after you fill up the stamp little slots, you get like a free drink or something. And I was like, oh, I come here all the time. That would be amazing. I should have one of those. You know, she gave me not one, but 2 stamps. I was like, girl, thank you. Like, are you kidding me? Yellow flowers. What state are you in? Are you in the state of seeing yellow flowers? Are you looking for them? Are you assuming they're going to show themselves to you because you're always on the right path? You can't get it wrong. You can't mess it up. You guys, the state that you're embodying is so important. Everything is a state. Me sitting here filming this content right now is a state of I'm a content creator, right? Me getting in my uncle's car, him opening the door for me is me being in the state of I'm a princess. Doors get open for me all the time. Me going in my house and having a fridge full of food is me being in the state of I'm abundant. I always have more than enough food, right? Me going and turning the key to my own house is me being in the state of I got my own crib. I'm independent. I got my own everything. Everything's working out for me. Isn't it wonderful? You're always in a state. You have to question what state you're in and then realize if it's a state you want to continue to be in Or if it's a state you want to upgrade and kind of like transition into something else. And again, how do you change states? Pick your vehicle. You want the Ferrari, you want the Porsche, you want the Tesla, you want the Benz, you want the Acura. What you want? What you want? What you want to drive today? Pick your vehicle. Drive to your location, which is your state, right? So I'm going to give you guys, to wrap it up, a little bit about how you can put these different vehicles, these different methods into play, into practice. And then a little bit of like what you should not do to kind of close out, right? But one of my favorite things to do when I am trying to get myself, when I am changing my state. We don't try, we do, right? Trying means that you're attempting, but it's not really working out. We don't try, we do. We can and we will. You see that? One of my favorite things to do when I am changing my state is affirmations, as I was telling you guys. So I'll give you an example of what you can do, right? First of all, just affirming throughout the day, whatever you're doing, right? Things that you don't need to be mindful about, like when you're washing dishes, when you're doing your laundry, when you're cleaning, if you're like doing something at work that you can kind of do on autopilot and just focus your mind elsewhere, driving, right? Like those are different places that I feel like are the easiest for me to just lock in and start talking to myself, right? Like a rampage almost. So what do? I pick a topic and I just affirm. It's like a self-talk affirmation spiel, right? I just kind of let it loose and I just thank you. And I just kind of say whatever I want to say that corresponds to the topic and reminds me that I already have it. So for an example, let's say I want to manifest a basket. Let's go back to the basket for kicks and giggles, right? Let's say I want to manifest a basket. So my rampage as I'm driving or my affirmations as I'm driving would sound something like, isn't it wonderful? I always find baskets when I go in Target. Like, it's just so easy. It's almost like they're almost just there waiting for me. Like, the baskets love me. They just come and they find me. People give me baskets. The cashier's like, oh, do you need a basket? As I'm walking in, I get reminders to grab a basket. I go in aisles. Baskets are sitting there empty, unaccounted for. Baskets, they're everywhere. They love me. It's always been easy to find baskets. I've always been the person to grab a basket, to find a basket, to go shopping and need a basket and then get a basket. Like, it's always been that easy for me. It's always been so easy for me. Isn't it wonderful? It's always been that easy for me. Baskets come so easy. They come so easy to me. That right there, you guys, perfect example. Silly, but perfect. I'm talking about the thing that I want as if I always have it. It's so easy for me to get. I already got it. I get it every time. It's instant. I didn't throw that one in there, but you can throw that in there. It's always instant for me. It happens right away. Like, my manifestations come true in the blink of an eye. That's a state. You're embodying the state of an instant manifestor. Everything is a state, you guys. Everything is a state. So if you're not an affirmation person, I know not everybody uses affirmations or they don't always resonate with them, right? For me, the things that I don't resonate with sometimes change and then I end up resonating with them later. That feels appropriate sometimes too. But let's say you like to visualize, which I love my imagination, right? Create a sat scene. What is a sat scene? A saturation scene. You saturate your mind with a visual and you loop it over and over again. My cousin gave me a little quick gem though. She was like, it doesn't have to be the same visualization. She was like, you can play with it. You can start it off the same way. Like, let's say you're manifesting an SP. If you guys don't know what an SP is, it's a specific person, right? A lot of you love girlies out there, love boy crazy people out there. Y'all want to manifest y'all SPs. Y'all want y'all person. Okay, cool. So create a scene where you see that person in your face. Maybe they meet you somewhere. Maybe they show up at your house. Maybe you show up at theirs. Maybe they're picking you up in their car. Maybe you're getting in their car, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you just create a little scene, make it playful, make it fun, and just run that scene in your head. Don't give anything else time to saturate your mind. You saturate your mind with what you want to see, with what you assume will be your most likely outcome or what you assume is already done. We don't put things in the future. It's already yours. You can and you will, but you already did. You know what I'm saying? Right? So you take that visualization, you loop it. You play it over and over. When you go to bed, fall asleep playing that scene. When you wake up and you're getting ready, play that scene in your head. You're showering. Oh, in the shower. Let me tell you about them shower sat scenes. And I'm not talking about sat scenes where you're in the shower with your SP. You guys get your mind out the gutter. We're talking about scenes that you're doing in your mind as you're taking a shower. Something about bathing, it's very ritualistic. It's very therapeutic. It kind of calms the nervous system as long as you're not like rushing your shower. Like, I like to take intentional showers, so I'll put on music. I'll burn a candle, dim the lights if possible, and then just get into whatever mood appropriate thing feels good for you. Drive whatever vehicle in that shower you want to drive, right? But if you're visualizing, play a scene in your mind as you're soaping up your skin. That easy, right? EFT tapping, I never do solely by itself. I always pair it with affirmations, but that can be another vehicle. You guys, anything could be a vehicle. Anything that gets you to the state is a vehicle. I just want to put it like that. Like, it's not hard, it's not difficult. Anything that gets you to that state is a vehicle. But EFT tapping with affirmations, right? This one you want to do when you're a little bit more stationary. You probably don't want to be driving while doing it. I do, but don't follow me, right? Don't do what I do what I say, right? That's kind of dangerous. But what I'm saying is this. You tap, you say your affirmations, but the assumption is, as I'm doing this, it's already done. It already worked. I already have it. Not, oh, I'm doing this so it can work and then I will get it. Like, no, you already have it. It already worked. It's already done. So I'm going to close out with this, you guys. Some of the little red flags to look out for when you are doing this business, right? How do you feel? You don't want to feel like you're performing a chore. I said that earlier. I'm going to say it again because it's so important. The best way to manifest, through my experience so far, is through passion. When you're passionate, right? It doesn't have to be like just romantic passion. I get passionate mostly when I dance, when I'm in tune with really good music that makes me feel really rhythmic. I just blank out everything that doesn't matter and I'm focused on what I love, which is dancing in the moment, right? But that puts me in such a good place, you guys, because I'm focused on things that feels good. Now, if you are actively tapping in with manifesting, right, and you want to do it in a way that feels good for you, I highly suggest it. If you don't like to affirm, but you like to use your imagination to visualize, do it. If you want to visualize, but you also want a little distraction, so you EFT tap while visualizing, do it. But it has to feel good. If you start something and it doesn't feel good anymore, I would say do what you can to make it feel fun again. If it started to feel fun at first, maybe you just started taking it too seriously. That's what happened for me after the whole 50K affirmation challenge. But I wasn't able to get myself back on track. I was just over it. It didn't feel fun at all to me. It drained me of whatever fun I had left for the little challenge. I said, I'm done. But saying affirmations, those are fun. I don't have to count them. I just have to do it over and over and just know that it's already done, right? The last thing that I want to say for you guys, do not get caught up in the method. The method is just the car. You have so many cars. If you got all these cars, why are you caring about one car? Why are you taking out one car so seriously? You guys, choose a method. Play with it. Have fun with it. Know that it's already done. I highly suggest tapping in with some I am God, I am goddess, I am the universe kind of states. Maybe affirmations or visualizations that help you get into that state. Because let me tell you something. That to me is like the highest state to be in, and things just flow to you so effortlessly, right? Things flow to you so magically. Think of it this way, right? If you're embodying the God state, God spoke and then things became. I spoke about that basket and that basket was to my right. I'm trying to tell y'all something. That God state is nothing to play with. You get what you want from the God state because God gets everything. God creates everything. God is everything, right? But if you don't want to take it that seriously, if you don't want to go up that high, right, you could always start with the I am abundant state. Everything flows to me easily, magically, effortlessly, instantly. I am abundant. I am wealthy. I am opportunity attractive, right? I attract opportunities. Like whatever state you want to embody, do that because you can, you will, and it's already done. With that being said, you guys, thank you for tuning in with the first episode of season 2. I will be back with another one next week. I love you guys so much. And until next time, peace out.